like a caption.
Cody and us were talking about that yesterday.
Hey Facebook world, it's Alyssa from Max Training. I've got Abby with me. We're gonna change it up a little bit, or at least I am for this little series. I'm gonna wait here though and let some more people join. Hi Ashley. You're gonna get this different view of me. Hopefully you can't see up my nose or anything. Or hopefully I
It's a great view.
took care of myself properly today. Who else do we got? Okay, good morning everyone. I'm Alyssa. I'm at Max Training. I've got Abby with me. She's just gonna help me out today.
I'm hanging out today.
We're gonna wait, okay, just maybe like 1 more minute for people to join. So when you join, I want you today, first question is, where are you watching from? We're in Moorhead, Minnesota here. I don't know if it's south, north, east, west, Moorhead, but just
South
Moorhead,
Moorhead.
right? We're in Minnesota, close to North Dakota. The weather's warming up, so that's nice. Sweet. Awesome, Ashley. We're glad that you can do this. Yeah, so this will only take about 20 minutes max today. Okay, think of it as like a stretch workout almost. We're going to go through, so we will get started here. I'm Alyssa Johnson. We're at Max Training, Moorhead, Minnesota. We're going to go through some isometrics and some joint mobility today. So if you're sore, if you have some aches and pains, if you just want a different kind of warm-up today, I do this whole little series. I won't lie, I don't do it every day, but I try to do it every day personally. I do it with my clients as well. So we're gonna do isometrics. Basically, you have over 200 joint actions that your body can do. And we're just gonna go through all of those joint actions. We'll do 2 at a time for some of them, and we're gonna hold them. So we're gonna hold, let's say, for like 3 to 5 seconds on each move, and we're just basically organizing your brain, okay? Organizing that motor control.
Central nervous system.
Yep, central nervous system. So hopefully Abby is super sore today. Maybe not super, I'm super sore. But this is just a good way to organize your nervous system with your joints and stuff. So I will go through it fairly slow. Abby's gonna have the picture of it. I will say what we're actually doing, right? So we move in 3 planes of motion. We either are overcoming gravity or we're succumbing to gravity. So really the most possibilities at one joint is gonna be six moves. So that's gonna be the max at any one joint. But let's actually get started here. So Abby's gonna lay back flat.
Got me facing.
Let your face the other way. So everyone's gonna lay back flat. So yes, when you join here, just say where you're watching from. Again, I'm Alyssa. We're at Max Training here in Moorhead. We're just going through some isometrics right now. First thing we're gonna do, so we're gonna start at your feet. Okay, so again, each move we're holding for 3 seconds. So we're gonna start at your toes right here. So the first thing I want everyone to do is curl their toes over, hold and squeeze. So just our focus is on our toes. So we're gonna curl those toes over for 3, 2, 1, rest. Now we're gonna go the exact opposite way and pull your toes towards your nose. Pulling your toes towards your nose. So we'll go for 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, now we're moving to the ankle here. The first thing we're gonna do is what's called inversion. So you're gonna keep, those feet facing up and pull basically the arches of your feet up towards your nose. You can see Abby's got it going right there. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna go the exact opposite way. So we're gonna do eversion, right? So this would be similar to if you were rolling your ankle. And we'll hold that eversion, right? Like so. For 3, 2, 1. We're still at your ankle. We're gonna go like you're stepping on the gas pedal. Okay, so we're going plantar flexion. Yep, pointing those feet or toes away from you. So plantar flexion, 3, 2, 1, and now dorsiflexion, pulling those feet towards you, right? You might feel a stretch in your calf here. We'll hold that for 3, 2, 1. Okay, at any point, if you just feel your body needs to take a little sigh or a breath, just go with it, okay? Let your body do that. Let yourself take a little breather there. Now we're going to move to the knees, okay? We have 4 moves to do at the knees. The first one we're going to do is knee extension. So you're going to fire up those quad muscles, right? For some people, knee extension is a little hard, and we're just barely lifting those shins off the ground for knee extension. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll go the exact opposite, knee flexion. So keep your feet on the ground. Yup, bring your heels to your butt and squeeze your heels to your butt. And we'll hold that for 3, 2, 1, rest. Now we're gonna do 2 moves at once. You're gonna take your feet and just rotate them to the right. I'm gonna do both to the right. So we're doing internal and external tibial rotation. This is a knee move. And we'll switch, turn your feet to the left. 3, 2, 1, and we'll go legs back out straight. So if you're just joining us, we're doing isometrics, full body, just treating our body really well, low intensity. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is going to your hips. So we're gonna do hip extension. Everyone just take and push their legs into the floor and hold that move, pushing your legs into the floor for 3, 2, 1, and opposite of that, hip flexion, bring your knees to your chest. Don't grab, just pulling your knees up as far as you can, to your chest. Okay, and then we're gonna do hip internal rotation. We'll stay here. You're gonna squeeze your knees together and get your feet out. So you're doing internal rotation. Another way to do this one, which Abby's gonna show you, is feet on the ground and just exactly bringing those knees together. So we'll hold internal rotation of the hip for 3, 2, 1, and now we'll switch to external rotation. Yeah, let's keep those feet there. So knees just going out wide here, right? So we're at that hip joint, externally rotating, and relax there. We'll go legs back straight. 2 more moves here at your hips. The first one is adduction. So Abby's just gonna squeeze her legs together, and we'll hold that for 3, 2, 1. Next one, she's gonna get her legs as wide as she can for hip abduction and squeezing those glutes here on the outside. We'll hold that for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring those legs back together to the start. Okay, so if you're just joining us, let us know where you're watching from. Doing some isometrics. I'm Alyssa. We're in Moorhead, Minnesota. This is Abby, my lovely assistant. Okay, we're gonna go to your pelvis now. So you're gonna take, let's go that right hip, okay, that right hip there, and just pop it up towards the ceiling. Okay, and we'll hold that. So we're doing pelvic rotation for 3, 2, 1, and we'll switch left hip up towards the ceiling. Not a big movement, right? None of these are real big movements. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, now we're gonna do a little side bend. So how we do that is I want everyone to make their right leg longer than their left leg. Okay, so you'll feel that hip kind of come up into your armpit as well. So right leg longer than your left leg for 3, 2, 1, and left leg longer than your right leg for 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Okay, last move at your pelvis. Okay, we're gonna do a posterior pelvic tilt. So this is similar to if you think of a dog in trouble, they're tucking their tail between their legs. Your lower back will also kind of flatten out on the floor here, but I want you to bring your attention mostly just to your pelvis, okay? So we're tucking our hips under, dog in trouble, posterior pelvic tilt for 3, 2, 1. Now we'll go the exact opposite of that. We'll do an anterior pelvic tilt. So this would be if you had a belt on, your belt line would be lower in the front than it is in the back. So you're also kind of arching that lower back here. But again, bring your attention to your pelvis. Drop it down. Anterior pelvic tilt. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we got the appendicular lower body out of the way here. Now we'll go to the axial spine. So we're gonna go to Abby's lower back. She's gonna go abs tight, flat lower back for lumbar flexion. Abs tight, flat lower back for 3, 2, 1. We'll go opposite of that, arching the lower back or extension. So lift that belly button up towards the ceiling. Push your butt into the floor here to accentuate this move. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, now we're gonna go to your ribs or your thoracic area. We're just gonna do what I call a baby crunch. So you're going to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Your thoracic area is flexing here. And we'll hold that for 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, we'll go the exact opposite of that. You're gonna arch your back, your upper back, or what I like to call big chest. So your ribs are coming off your body. You're creating a nice arch in your back. We're holding that for 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have 2 more moves in the thoracic region. We're gonna side bend to the right, and you can keep your head laying on the floor here. You know, like I said, if you ever need to just take a nice big breath, or that's what your body wants to do, let that happen. And now we're gonna side bend to the left for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, where's everybody joining us from? I'm gonna just check here. We can just take a little breather.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, I can't see. Okay, so now we're gonna go to your cervical spine. First thing we're gonna do is neck flexion. So lift your head off the floor, look towards your feet. 2, 1, and now push your head into the floor for cervical extension. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna turn our head to the right and push that ear into the mat or into the floor. 3, 2, 1, and turn to the left for 3, 2, 1. Head is gonna come back to a neutral position. Now we're gonna do a side bend with your neck. So you're gonna go ear to shoulder. Let's go to the right. Now keep your eyes facing the ceiling here. Okay, so we're working in that frontal plane of motion. And side bend to the left with your neck for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, now we're gonna go to your capitis, which is where your spine meets your skull. So it's really small movements. The first move, a lot of people like this one, you're gonna give yourself a double chin. Okay, double chin here. Hold that for 3, 2, 1. Now we're just gonna do a little chin lift, right? If you've taken CPR class, you kind of know about this. You're lifting the chin. 2, Two more moves here. We're gonna do a side bend at your capitis. So really what's happening here is only one ear is getting higher than the other. So let's go to the right. Yep. Hold that for 3, 2, 1, and to the left, right? Just a very little movement. Almost like a dog kind of perking one of its ears up too. I like dogs. And rest there. Okay, this is where it gets a little different or a little goofy if you want to call it that, but it still works. So your jaw and your eyes are also a joint, so we're going to work those. First one we're going to do is jaw extension and eye extension. So mouth wide open, take and look up towards your eyebrows. We'll hold that for 3, 2, 1. Next we're going to go teeth clenched, eyes looking towards your nose. Teeth clenched, eyes looking towards your nose. And the last 2 here, you're going to deviate your jaw to the right and you're going to look your eyes to the right. Don't move your head, just your jaw and your eyes. So jaw to the right, eyes to the right. And switch, we'll go jaw to the left, eyes to the left. And switch, we're almost there. The last thing we have, starting at your shoulder blades, working our way to your fingertips. So next area I want you to focus on are your shoulder blades or your scapulas. So the first thing we're gonna do is elevate them. Elevate, shrug, get them into your ears. Hold that, 3, 2, 1, opposite. Depress those shoulder blades, so put them in your back pockets. And rest. Now we're gonna pinch our shoulder blades together, okay, or retract them. 2, 1, and now we're gonna separate our shoulder blades or kind of cave that chest in. You can still stay laying flat here. So we're just separating or protracting your shoulder blades. And rest. Okay, your shoulder blades don't really follow the 3 planes of motion rule. So the next one is upward and downward rotation. So Abby is going to squeeze her elbows at her side. Squeeze her elbows at her side for downward rotation. And then she's gonna do a little snow angel move, go up overhead, squeeze her arms at her ears. And then let's take and sweep it back to your hips and squeeze those elbows at your side one more time so we get that full range of motion. And relax there. Okay, now we're gonna move to this joint right here. Glenohumeral. First move you're gonna do is extension. Push your arms into the floor. Okay, pushing your arms through the floor. We're mimicking this happening. And we'll hold that, pushing for 3, 2, 1. Then you're gonna raise up overhead, push through the floor, right? If anything hurts here, I want you to kind of back off, okay? Don't do anything that hurts. We can squeeze into it, okay? Now we're gonna bring our arms across our chest. So we're doing some horizontal adduction, right? Just reaching those arms across. 3, 2, 1, open up to a T. Doesn't necessarily matter if your palms are facing the ceiling or facing the floor. Okay, then we're gonna bring our arms to a goal post and we're gonna go external rotation. So Abby's palms are facing the ceiling. She's rotating up. Let's also try here to keep your shoulder blades flat on the ground. And now we're gonna go internal rotation. Yup, keeping those shoulder blades flat on the ground. Wherever your stopping point is, okay, just stop there. We don't need to muscle through anything. And rest. I don't think I forgot any. Okay, we'll go arms back at your side. Now we're to your elbow joints. So we're gonna do a little bicep curl or elbow flexion. So go as far as you can here and just squeeze this range of motion or squeeze this end range for 3, 2, 1. Opposite, palms face the ceiling, elbow pits face the ceiling. Get those arms nice and straight. If you're thinking about your muscles here, you'll feel your triceps fire up. Now we have our palms facing the ceiling with your arms at your side. I want you just to rotate your hands inward. Perfect. You can even push into the floor here and open your palms up. The song that's playing. For 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna move to your wrists, right? Lots of people complain of wrist pain. Doesn't necessarily mean the problem is right at your wrist, but these are good exercises to do. And why don't we, when we're finished here, remind me, I want everyone to say kind of what their biggest pain point is. If you have low back pain, if you're just sore because we've been kicking your butts in workouts, neck pain, shoulder pain, whatever it may be. I want everyone to comment on there. I kind of want to see what's most common. So almost there, not a lot of moves left. The first one we're gonna do from your wrist, so you're gonna just make a stop sign. Okay, your hands can even stay just right next to your body. So stop sign here. This is wrist extension. And then we'll go opposite, fold those wrists over for wrist flexion. I always feel a stretch here. Okay, next 2 moves at your wrist. Let's bring your thumbs so they're facing the ceiling. Okay, again, we're just having our focus at our wrist here, right? Not our elbows, not our shoulders, nothing else. So just bring that focus or that intention to your wrist. So thumbs are facing the ceiling. If you like to fish, think you just caught a fish, you're pulling your thumbs towards you, you're setting the hook. And then we'll go the opposite direction. You gotta cast that line back out there. Move your thumbs away from you. Okay, now we'll move to the arches of your hand. You're gonna take your pinky and your thumb and squeeze them together. Yeah, hold that for 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna separate our pinky and thumb or flatten the arch of your hand, okay? 3, 2, 1. 2 moves to go here. We're gonna take nice big finger flexion. So curl every finger in, make a fist, and squeeze. And the very last move, get your fingers as straight as you can. Phalange extension. And relax there. All right, you can grab water. I think we're gonna go through a little bit more joint mobility here, but let's just kind of everyone take a breather. I want to check in here, see where people are watching from. I don't know if I know how to look at comments. You have to bear with us. We're not used to Facebook Live. I mean, a week's worth. So if you're just tuning in, I'm Alyssa. I'm in Moorhead, Minnesota. This is Abby. We're just doing some lower intensity things. We're going through isometrics for your body. Just organizing your brain, kind of getting that motor control center of your brain online. Thinking moves are safe. Now, actually, should we go through a little warm-up? A little joint mobility, or are you kind of rested? Okay, so this last thing we'll do, we'll go for about 3-4 minutes. We'll stand up. Okay, I think this view is gonna be all right. So I want to know where people are watching from. Really, I can't see who's on here though. Well, we gotta move on. Make you do burpees later. So joint mobility, full body. Now we're not holding, right? We're actually just going through quick, trying to get some more blood flow to areas. So let's take that next look right, look left. Yeah, that's good. And now chin to chest and look up. So let's say you don't have 10, 12, 15 minutes to lay on the floor and do those isometrics to warm up, you can start with this.
Nick Rasmussen is watching from work.
Awesome.
And
Ear to shoulder. Hi, Nick from work.
Sandy's in Green Bay.
Oh, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Go Packers.
What?
No.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to go.
Oh, no.
No, I don't like the Packers, but welcome. Thank you for joining us. We took your Brett Favre. Okay, now you're gonna go shoulders, elevate them, depress them. Dom's even got his Vikings hat on this morning.
Always.
I don't think I've ever seen you not.
Once in a while we're go red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah.
Flexion, extension. So here, if we want to get some rotation into, we can go thumbs back here, thumbs back here, thumbs back here, thumbs back here. Nick, are you doing this from work? You save it for later if you're not. Okay, then we'll go across your body and then open up. Really get that full range of motion, right? So we're protracting, reaching our arms as far forward as we can, then retracting, pinching those shoulder blades together. Okay, we'll rest there. Let's just take here, rotate your palms back and forth as far as you can. I like to do this one with weights too, like if I am doing an arm circuit. Add in some weights here, it feels good. Okay, then we'll go your full spine, take bend over, reach for your feet, stand tall. Fix your shoelace if you need to. Crack your knees, right? Yeah, so if you are tuned in right now too, if you're doing it, you don't need to pause and write, but tell me like what your biggest pain point is, your biggest ache or pain. Is it your knee? Is it your low back? Okay, we can see if we can help you with that as well. Now we're gonna take and rotate those hips. You can add in a punch too. So we're twisting. My belly button is rotating. And then lastly, let's go a side bend. So the simple version of this, so just take, yep, Abby's doing, she's getting her more lats involved, obliques. So these three moves that we just did, keep going here. The flexion, extension, rotation, and side bend. I do those every single morning, right? Whether you're in the shower, something where it doesn't really require, right? Just obviously, please don't fall, yes, but you can do those three moves and just like getting your hips moving, your body moving, your whole spine moving. It's really good for you. Right? We should be able to move, right? We should be able to get our butts all the way to the ground and sit our butts to the grass, right? We should have that nice mobility. So next one we're gonna do, let's just take and get those feet wide and make some hip circles. I'm seriously still sore from Sunday, so this feels really good for me. It was a good workout though. I'm happy with it.
Worth it.
Switch directions, totally worth it. That's the thing is I know now like what might be a little much for me for how sore I am. I can plan accordingly for the next workout. Or just know what's coming, right? Now, we still have our legs wide here. Let's just take and sit to one side. All right, let's try and keep your hands off your knees so this leg's nice and straight. We're pushing our hips back, feeling that inner thigh here. If you want to amp this up, you can reach across. Just add in some kind of reach. So we have a lot of tension in our legs here, right? We're controlling this stretch. Now we'll come back up to the middle. Crack. Other side. Start by just lunging laterally. All right, really good for your body. Good to just move it. Lower intensity work here. Okay, now we're gonna go to your knees. We're gonna put your hands on your knees. If you're little, maybe you've done this move before. Just go here. right? So we're just internally and externally rotating your knees or your tibia. All right, this is the way that it's supposed to move. Again, if any of this really bothers you, by all means, just back off a little bit. And we'll relax there. Okay, stand tall. Let's just take, count, only do one at a time here. Bend your knee as far as you can. And then kick it out. And then we can speed that up. Try to just bring your attention to your knee. And let's switch legs. And now we're gonna go to your ankles. Work on your balance here too. Point your toes, pull them towards you. Let's make some circles. You have a hard time balancing, pick out a spot on the floor, other direction with this foot, and just keep your eyes fixed on that spot. And let's switch legs. So first, point your toes, pull them towards you. And circle. And other direction. All right, so basically what we did today is we did all the joint actions that your body can do, and we're making those seem safe to your nervous system. When that happens, we are going to compensate less. When we don't have to compensate so much, we're gonna have typically less pain, less immobility, so more mobility, more flexibility. A lot of the times people get stronger as well. And it's good to move your body. So thank you for joining us. Now,
Cody is on live at 9
yep.
this morning. Alyssa and I will be live tomorrow morning. Stay tuned for what time. If there's any exercises that you want to see or request, let us know.
Yes. So right
Pretty
here,
good.
write what exercises you want to see from Abby and I tomorrow. We might do a little train the trainer, or we'll if we like your exercise, or if we don't like it, we'll get it in there. But just put that exercise at the bottom, okay? Write it in the comments, or send us a message or something. We'll give you a shout out if we use your exercise.
Tune in to Cody at 9 this morning.
Yes, for a lot higher intensity workout. So again, we're at Max Training in Moorhead. First of all, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, not just for this workout and this live session, but for all of them. We appreciate your support. We're here for you. We want to keep our community going strong, and right, the more we work together at this time, the stronger we're going to be. So if you have questions, concerns, comments, you need anything, don't hesitate to send us a message. Give us a call, text message, Facebook, however you want to get a hold of us. Just we're here for you. So thank you, and see Cody at 9. This will also be archived later, and good job today. We're happy to see you.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.